Okay, so we have Passion 2020 coming up. Some of you might have seen this already, some of you might have not, but I think this illustrates very clearly how the ecumenical movement and uniting the Christian church with the Catholic Church is really unfolding faster than we can imagine. We've got some obvious false teachers here, and we've got some that may not be so false to other people. I just wanted to go through a few of these to make this clear for everybody. Number one, we've got good old Louie Giglio. If you don't know him, he is a big promoter of the ecumenical movement. He kissed the Pope. He's working side by side with Roman Catholicism and is a big helper in moving that all together. This is not good for anybody. We've got people like Levi Lusko, who is with Elevation Church. This guy absolutely idolizes Stephen Furtick, and you can see him in videos saying, you know, I can't even believe I've got the honor to bring this guy up. He's so amazing. I mean, it's just really, it's idolatry to just a normal guy. He's also a promoter of T.D. Jakes, if you didn't know about that, who's obviously T.D. fake and promotes a lot of garbage as well. And he's a big promoter of Carl Lentz, who also is a guy who said in an interview with Oprah that you don't have to be a Christian to be in relationship with God. Anybody teaming up to talk with Oprah, I think there's issues that we got to question. He's also a big proponent of the prosperity gospel and the word of faith, and a big promoter of himself and all his books, just like we see with people like Joel Osteen today. We've obviously got Hillsong there, and Hillsong's with people like Brian Houston, who says Muslims Allah and the Christian God are the same God but just under a different name. Heretical, terrible. We've got Ravi Zacharias, who's, always seemed like such a good teacher in a lot of people's eyes, although there's a lot exposing on the internet. I'm not going to go down that road, but do a search for yourself. But the big thing is he is a big supporter of the Catholic Church, and he has also signed the Manhattan Declaration of Ecumenism. Ecumenism. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but you know what I'm talking about. This is linking the Christian church and all the denominations with the Catholic Church. This is really dangerous. Now, Ravi also preached at the Mormon Church, and he received a standing ovation on his Jesus preaching. Now, that's problematic because the Jesus of the Bible is much different than the Jesus of Mormonism, and if he was really preaching the true Jesus, the Mormons would not have given him a standing ovation. He would have been kicked off the stage. The Jesus of the Mormon Bible is spirit brothers with Lucifer, was once just a man that worked his way up into godhood, and the Mormons believe they can be gods of their own planets just like they believe Jesus did. So for Ravi to speak at an event like that and receive standing ovation, a little bit sinister. We see Elevation worship music playing there. That's with Stephen Furtick. Obviously, this is nonsense, just like Hillsong or Jesus culture. And remember, Stephen Furtick's the guy who says, if you got born again in my church, this is no longer your church, because they pamper to the ignorant and the people that don't know Christ yet, so they can, I guess, deceive them with their own strange ways. But once you truly know Christ, you know what? Get out, find another church. We're not here to teach the sheep. We're here to fleece the so-called wannabe sheep. We've also got Christine Caine. Now, she says that we don't need to be witnessing to others about Christ. We just need to be witnesses and give examples in our life. Not to mention, she is an actual ordained female pastor. She promotes Joel Osteen and spoken at his church. She's with Joyce Meyer, and she's also on the leadership team at Hillsong Church in Sydney, Australia. Now, one that is a surprise to a lot of people is John Piper. He's got a lot of great teachings, obviously. But it just shows how people are getting deceived in these final days. John Piper has now invited speakers such as Rick Warren, who there's lots about him. I haven't done anything personal, but he has many false teaching, also an ecumenical pope lover, bringing in the church with the Catholics. He's also invited people like foul-mouthed Mark Driscoll to speak at his occasions, and also Louie Giglio, the pope kisser, to speak at his events. So just a quick note on this: these are people, stay away from these people, or at least question the road they're going down. Be safe. These are deceitful times, and we've got to be awake to all these false leadings and all these false movements. Okay? That's it for today. Take care, and God bless.